Hello.
And welcome to
Let the Girls Play. I'm Kelsey Bailey.
I'm Amelia Bain.
And we're here to talk about women's basketball. All things ball.
Ball is life. And also, we are wearing hats. Hats are life.
Hats are life. Hats are on our head. For those who are just listening, we both got on the Zoom. Surprise reveal, we're both wearing beanies.
I'm willing to be transparent about my behind the scenes style thoughts. And the answer is I did not wash my hair.
I'm wearing a hat because it's been very rainy and cold in Los Angeles this past week, and my heat will not turn on.
No.
But we ball. Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. The only thing that's keeping me warm this winter is the warm embrace of Unrivaled every weekend. And this week, throughout the week, almost every day, we had something to think about.
And we had something to think about I had a thought almost every single day, if you can believe it.
Me? I'm usually an every other day girl.
Yeah,
but
there's some
this
days
week,
not a single
every
thought.
day.
Yeah, not a single thought passes through my head. But
oh no,
every day. And we have some thoughts, especially on the one-on-one tournament. Congrats to the 2026 one-on-one tournament champion, da point god, Chelsea Gray, first and foremost.
I'm so happy for her. I'm happy for her son, who she said she's going to buy a lot of Hot Wheels with the prize money.
Shout out Hot Wheels.
Shout out.
Great. They better be sending her gift box full of them. But let's just say she made $200,000 in 30 minutes of basketball play.
Incredible.
More than she makes in an entire WNBA season.
That's sick. And pay the players.
Pay the players. We'll get into it. The signs are there. We are not going to get WNBA season. We'll get into it later. But let's talk about the one-on-one tournament first, because it was so fun. What a wonderful vehicle to be able to watch the athleticism and the talents of these unrivaled players.
I do think it's my favorite annual tradition is the week that we get to celebrate one-on-one.
Just in general, in all of life's aspects, this is your favorite tradition.
Sorry, I do have a child and she loves Christmas, but
yeah.
Mama loves one-on-one tournament.
The holiday season is upon us, one-on-one season.
And I just want to say, last year, there was a lot of talk about a guard could never win the one-on-one tournament. It's always going to be a big. We did not have a bunch of bigs in the finals.
No.
We had some little dogs going at it.
We had one big in the semifinals, and then the rest were just dogs scrapping it up.
Just scrapping, shooting threes, pushing each other around. You've got it in the notes. I do think we have to talk about two guards that didn't have the first round of the tournament they wanted, the stud buds.
Shout out to the stud buds. Both got absolutely shut out against their competitors. Natisha Heidemann, I think, made it to the second round by default of other players dropping out, but scored nary a point. The stud buds had 0 points on the board.
I'm happy for them. They could get back to their real love, which is Twitch streaming.
Yeah, Twitch live stream, which they did, and we appreciate it. But there was truly nothing funnier than Courtney Williams' response to being absolutely shut out by Veronica Burton.
She was laughing. I think, was that her dad that she ran over to? He was laughing. It was, what else can you do? That was crazy, first of all. It wasn't just a shutout. It was the quickest shutout. One of the top two fastest games, I think.
Faster than Aaliyah Edwards and Breonna Stewart last year, for sure.
Shout out to Veronica Burton she's such a great player, and I feel like she has been getting more with, how well she did in the WNBA season. Absolutely. She has been getting more attention, but much deserved because she's incredible.
Ball on, baby.
Ball on.
But the real secret to the one-on-one tournament wasn't how hard you ball. It was how similar is your name to another player's name. Because I want to introduce a new conspiracy that I caught on to. A trend that I saw. Conspiracy alert. Unrivaled just wants people with the same name to face off.
The same name, a similar name, or a name that rhymes. That's all they want.
Kelsey Plum versus Kelsey Mitchell in one of the rounds. We had Aaliyah Boston versus Aaliyah Edwards. We had Aaliyah and Alicia, very similar. We had Chelsea versus Kelsey, very similar. And then we had Gray on Gray.
The ultimate, Gray on Gray. They had to have a first initial because their name, it's simply the same.
It's simply the same. But I think that for ease of maybe on-air graphics, I don't know what's going on. For ease of our announcers, for Brendan Glasheen to be able to have ease, They said, if you have the same name, you're moving on and you're facing off against someone with the same name.
They pulled the Sephora refs aside and they said, do what you got to do. Call a jump ball on a basket that a person scored.
Make Paige Beckers really mad. Make Paige Beckers crash out.
Make Enrique crash out.
We had some real good crash
Ultimately,
outs.
make Kelsey Plum crash out because though Kelsey and Chelsea are similar, we had to get to gray on gray.
We had to get on gray on gray. It's gray sweatpants season. We had to have gray on gray.
And shout out to my gray sweatshirt
In honor
of the Grays.
We did have a listener on the ground in Miami who recorded Kelsey Plum's crash out to the refs because she had a pretty perfect view of it from where she was sitting. And after the semifinal game against Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum was monologuing at the Sephora refs about their calls and how they were wrong.
And it's the kind of thing that we knew in our hearts that that's what was happening, but we didn't have the footage. So thank you so much to our listener who sent the footage. If you ever have a thought that like, I should DM Amelia and Kelsey.
Do it.
And you're ever like, oh no, they don't want to see that. We do.
We do.
There's almost nothing we don't want to see.
If you
And
ever...
I say that as a person who doesn't look at the DMs.
Yeah.
So...
I send them to Mima,
yeah.
just so everyone knows. If you
She
ever
screenshots.
have a thought, DM us.
Oh yes. If you ever have a thought, if it's a kind of week where you're like, it's an everyday I'm having a thought week, and no pressure, you do not have to have a thought every day.
No. Lean back.
But
lean back on thoughts.
when you do, let us know.
Absolutely, we're here for you. We're here for any thought that comes into your head.
Here's a thought that's in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Sephora refs, they're not the best refs.
No.
They're the best looking refs. Shout out to Sephora.
They're the most yassified refs.
They are the most yassified refs we've ever seen. I just called them rafs. Yassified rafs. But, okay, there were some calls that were questionable and did determine the outcome of some of these one-on-one games. So part of me was like, should we just have one-on-one, no refs? But then I was thinking about that Aaliyah Edwards, Shakira Austin game. And if there had not been refs, I think they would have killed each other.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But they were throwing their bodies at each other in a way that was kind of, thrilling.
Yeah.
But I do think we needed the refs to keep things
Sure.
legal,
Sure. What I didn't like, and I didn't remember this from last year, but I'm sure it existed last year, the 2 fouls in a row, the other person gets a point.
I think that was new this year.
That was stupid.
I think it was new. Yeah.
I understand it's so like people don't just like keep fouling and
I know, but
nothing ever goes anywhere. I think that was kind of
happening. Was that a problem last year? Because I think that was a new rule this year.
I remember Nafisa Collier doing it against somebody. It was sort of like a tactic to just like keep fouling them. So maybe they saw that when they were like, let's nip that in the bud. But I hated that. And somebody got multiple people got like points from it. I'm like, this feels like stolen valor.
It's sort of like how you can win an unrivaled game on a free throw, and
Yes.
we hate that when it happens.
But at least you have to make the free throw. This is just like a free point.
Well, what's the fix? Because I do like that people couldn't just foul. But I think, do they lose their timeout? Do they?
You have to take off a piece of clothing.
Oh yeah.
If you foul twice in a row, you have to take every time you have to take off.
You have to take off a shoe and see if you can still play basketball with one shoe.
One hand. You can only play one-handed.
You put a blindfold on.
You got to sub me in, and I
Yeah.
play for you for the rest of the game.
You pick the least athletic looking lesbian from the front row of Unrivaled. Me last year, I would have been the number 1 pick in the draft. And they have to play a possession for you. That's fun.
That's fun. Gets the crowd involved. Sort of like a, will they pick me? Will they not pick me? I better go find out. And that, I think, that will keep people from fouling. This 1 point shit is so boring. Chopped, washed, cooked.
It's no good.
It's just
and I
no
wonder
good.
if they'll keep it. Because I do like some of the rules that Unrivaled has put in place.
Sure.
Like, I think that
Mima
outside of
loves
the
rules.
one-on-one tournament, I love rules. Shout out to my daughter who did recently, when I said, hey, don't tell that kid what to do. There aren't any rules. She said, all I have are rules.
Honey, it's only going to get worse. It's
I know.
only going to get worse. Those rules.
I know.
only get worse and more insane and less logical as you get older.
But that's the Sephora refs. All we have are rules.
All we have are rules. And it wasn't just the one-on-one tournament that happened this week. They did bless us with a couple games last night. At time of recording, it was last night. So let's talk about these 2 games that happened. First up, we had Laces versus Hive. Welcome, Azure, to the Hive.
Welcome,
Buzz,
Azure.
buzz.
And also goodbye, Azure, because I think by losing this game, the Hive will certainly not be making the playoffs.
No, I think with them losing, the Mist clinched a playoff spot.
That's right. So shout out to the Mist. Congratulations. I do feel sad for Azure. I was really riding high last episode where I was saying, I don't care. There are no rules. Let the Rose Basketball Club do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I'm a little... The tone is more sober because we love Azure, and I've watched her at the highest heights winning the championship, and now I'm watching her get traded, and then that's kind of it for the season.
Yeah. Poor gal.
I think it was during this game. Chelsea Gray was on the cans.
Mm-hmm.
She did a great job. Chelsea was talking about how she's seen Jackie grow over the last 3 years because she was, initially, and we still call her the silent assassin, but but Chelsea says she's a little louder about her game now.
Good for her. She's finding her voice. Mm-hmm. And that's all we want is for Jo to find her voice.
Yeah. This is the problem I have every week talking about the Laces. It's the same stuff. It's Alyssa Thomas, too good. Jackie Young, too strong.
Brittany Sykes,
too slim.
A wonderful team who I cannot wait to watch in the finals.
I'm so happy that they are going to be going into the finals in first place. Probably. They're in first place.
It's a
right
distant
now.
First. Yeah.
I don't think anybody can catch them.
I don't think anyone can catch up to them. Try as they might with 2 weeks left, not even 2 weeks left, before the semifinals, which we'll talk about in a minute because I got questions. For me, Mom.
I got answers.
And then there was the second game, Breeze versus Lunar Owls, where we had the debut of Courtney Williams, who took to this team and Dom Malonga as if she's been playing with them forever.
Yeah. I think last week you said, what's Courtney Williams and Dom Malonga's connection going to be like? And we found out quick because it was beautiful. It was easy.
Seamless.
It was beautiful assists.
I think Dom Malonga's, this is not me breaking news or saying anything that hasn't been said, but she's so good.
She's so good, and she's just getting better all the time.
Hitting threes, she's just a great player, and she gave us a second dunk, once again, over Marina Mabry.
There was a really great moment where she could have dunked, and the commentators were like, oh, I wish we'd seen a dunk. And then later I think she must have known, I could have dunked.
Yeah.
And then she gave it to us.
She got the steal from Marina. Marina fell to the ground, and then Dom got her second dunk. And then immediately Skylar Diggins got pissed and silenced the audience with a fucking step back three.
I love Skylar. And she gave him the shush sign after the three. She said, be quiet.
Yeah, this was a very close game all the way to the end. Skylar Diggins
a must win for the Lunar Owls.
Yes.
Every game from here on out is a must win for the Lunar Owls.
Yeah. Aaliyah Edwards has the most consecutive double doubles in unrivaled history. Rachel Bannum stepped up and was hitting crazy threes. I think this is a revitalized Lunar Owls and so fun to watch. And Temi had the craziest behind the back, just sort of like a Hail Mary. I don't even know if she thought that she could make it in.
Temi had two really clutch, must-score sort of possessions at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? I interrupted.
And I was going to say, and they were playing so well, they got even Kate Martin out here being fish and chippy, getting a double tech with Skylar, taunting Skylar in a way that I have never really seen Kate Martin get before.
No, I love it. I think Skylar can get anybody there. Mm-hmm. Can get anybody to the level that they, because I wonder what Skylar said, because she scored on Kate Martin, right?
Yeah, and then Kate Martin came up and was saying something else, and then they both got double techs.
I loved it.
I can only imagine playing against both Skylar and Marina Mabry would make anybody want to just lose their mind.
I think you're going in the locker room at halftime and maybe having a quick cry.
Yeah. The mental game is insane with those two.
Yeah. I love them both so much. The Lunar Owls,
Hootie hoo.
they were not my favorite team last season because they were, I mean, I loved all the players individually, but they were just, it's more fun to root for the underdogs. And they were like the favorite last year. And so this year, they're the underdogs. I'm really having a great time rooting for this team.
Loving
Hootie
it.
hoo.
Yeah.
Hootie hoo.
It's so much more fun for them to be so, like nasty, scrappy, like when they're the underdog versus when they're in first place and you're like, all right, like, come on.
To have Marina and Skylar with a chip on their shoulder, we're blessed to have that right now.
That is basketball I want to watch.
Because they're playing, they're you know, their backs against the wall. They're playing, they have to play out of their mind for the rest of the season.
And let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Can they eclipse Vinyl? Can they eclipse The Breeze? Can they eclipse Rose with Angel Reese coming back? Thank God. Can't wait to see her on Friday.
And we will find out we have to wait till this weekend, right?
Yeah, next games are on Friday. Hate that. I'm not going to have any thoughts until then.
I'm not going to have any thoughts this week, Kelsey. I love thinking.
I'm going smooth brained until Friday.
I remembered this week. I love to think. I love having thoughts. Hasn't happened for years.
Well, I got some stuff for you to marinate on, Mima.
Okay, tell me.
I got some stuff for you to think on and look forward to, which is unrivaled semifinals coming to Brooklyn. Mima, do you have tickets?
I do have tickets. I didn't buy them in a fugue state this time.
Okay.
I remember buying them.
Yes.
If you're a new listener, I accidentally bought Philly tickets. I thought I had failed and then like months later realized I was going to the game.
It's just one day there, I would imagine, again, right? Because it's just semifinals. Okay.
I think, yeah. As far as I know, they're going back to Florida to play
the finals,
which I don't know. I guess they have to.
Yeah.
But it is sort of I can't imagine how fun it's going to be for the players to play the semifinals in front of 20,000 fans.
Yeah.
Players. We're all potential players.
Yeah, you're all players if it's the one-on-one back-to-back foul rules. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it's going to be so much fun. I bought tickets. I will say I have officially been priced out of the lower bowl.
Even for Unrivaled?
Oh, more so for Unrivaled.
Wow.
Tickets were very expensive, and then already people are reselling. My seats where I usually sit for Liberty, they're reselling for like $600
oh my God.
per ticket. People are being kind of crazy. I do think I'm going to monitor to see if I can get down in lower bowl closer to people who bought tickets and are reselling in a panic. I'm going to try. Otherwise, I'm going to be riding that big escalator in the sky, up, getting vertigo, as one of my friends said happens to her when she sits up there at the Barclays Center.
It's too scary up there. Who are we up there that high?
I always kind of worry I'm going to fall over the little glass barriers.
I'm going to like just lean over too much, and then my own body, my bottom heavy body is going to have me tumble over myself.
My grimace body.
My big fat ass is going to fly up over my head.
But I do want to say I'm not exactly complaining about being priced out of lower bowl, because for Unrivaled at least, the players are making money.
Yeah.
So if I've been priced out, my girls are getting money.
I know, that's right.
When the Psy family prices me out of the Barclays Center, as they also have for the Liberty season, that's just good old-fashioned greed.
That's
and
greed.
I hate that. That's just greed.
That's greed. But you know what? We can stay mad at the Psy family because there's a potential that the WNBA is not coming back. And there's no bigger indicator that the WNBA might not come back than Breanna Stewart signing up to play overseas basketball.
It seems like a bad sign to me.
Yeah.
But also, players do play in this league in the offseason. You know, Jordan Robinson, who I really love, had a video about this is not an indicator of anything about the WNBA. They probably just offered Stewie a huge bag and she is just going to make money. But as a person who's been having a lot of thoughts this week, one of my thoughts is this is not a good sign. I kind of agree with you, Kelsey.
I feel like if Stewie felt confident about a season coming back, she might want to rest her body for that 1 month in between Unrivaled and camp. But
I think based on the calendar, if this team she's playing on in the EuroLeague, if her team makes it to the finals, I think she'll have like 4 days or 5 days to get back to the US to play the preseason game against the Fever that the Liberty allegedly will play.
To play for Sabrina Ionescu's husband. Sabrina Ionescu's husband, Dupe.
She thought she got her man a job.
she got duped.
She got duped. But I guess, preseason is more for these rookies to try to get a roster spot. So maybe it's okay. But it does not seem like a good sign.
Something is afoot.
Mm-hmm.
In my
mind. Congrats to Stewie. I hope she's getting a lot of money. If they need an unathletic... Well, no, I'm not unathletic.
Yeah, you're athletic.
If they need a baseball, if they need a
softball player.
If they need a softball player to come over there, I'm available. I'll do whatever Stewie is being paid. You cut that in half. Mm-hmm. I'll play on the team.
Mm-hmm. And you know why you'll do that? Because everyone involved with women's basketball is a hero. Except the refs.
I'm a hero.
Yeah.
Bye.